Zach Pickoff here, and welcome back to another lesson video. Today, I will be doing a general overview of the next part in our accounting unit, which is part 2. So let's jump right into the video. Okay, so as I had stated before, I'm going to be doing a general overview of the next part in our accounting unit, which is part 2. And in this part of accounting, we will be learning about how to account for a merchandising business that's organized as a corporation. In chapters 1 through 8, we learned about how to account for a service business organized as a proprietorship. In other words, a business that's run, owned, and operated by one person. And we covered topics ranging from the accounting equation all the way up to recording adjusting and closing entries for a service business. Now, we're going to be shifting gears a little bit, and instead of accounting for our service business that's organized as a proprietorship, we will now be moving on to accounting for our merchandising business that's organized as a corporation. And we'll be covering topics ranging from journalizing purchases and cash payments all the way up to recording adjusting and closing entries for a corporation. And the business that we'll be using throughout these next 8 chapters is Hobby Shack Incorporated. So it says that Hobby Shack Incorporated, which is the business described in part 2, is a retail merchandising business that's organized as a corporation. The business purchases and sells a wide variety of craft and hobby items such as silk flowers, ceramics, paints, and jewelry. Hobby Shack also purchases its merchandise directly from businesses that manufacture the items. Additionally, Hobby Shack also rents the building in which the business is located. Alright, now I will be going over the different chapters. In Chapter 9, we'll be learning about how to journalize purchases and cash payments. In Chapter 10, we'll be learning about how to journalize sales and cash receipts using special journals. In Chapter 11, we'll be learning about how to post to general and subsidiary ledgers. In Chapter 12, we'll be learning about how to prepare payroll records. In Chapter 13, we'll be learning about payroll accounting, taxes, and reports. In Chapter 14, we'll be learning about how to distribute dividends and also prepare a worksheet for a merchandising business. In Chapter 15, we'll be learning about how to prepare financial statements for a corporation. And finally, in Chapter 16, we'll be learning about how to record adjusting and closing entries for a corporation. And each one of these pictures give you an overview of what each chapter will look like. So this is Chapter 9. This is Chapter 10. This is Chapter 11. This is Chapter 12. This is Chapter 13. This is Chapter 14. This is Chapter 15. And this is Chapter 16. Okay, so the last thing that I'm going to be talking about in this general overview of Part 2 is the chart of accounts for Hobby Shack Incorporated. So as you can see over here, we have the general ledger accounts, and these include both the balance sheet and also the income statement accounts. And as you can see over here, we have the subsidiary ledger accounts, and these include the accounts receivable ledger and also the accounts payable ledger. So starting with the general ledger Balance sheet accounts. All asset accounts will have 4-digit numbers beginning with 1. So as you can see, all of the current assets are listed right here. And all of the plant asset accounts are listed right here. Moving on to liabilities. All liability accounts will have 4-digit numbers beginning with 2. So as you can see, all of the current liability accounts are listed right here and here as well. All owner's equity accounts, which are now called stockholders' equity accounts, will have 4-digit numbers beginning with 3. So as you can see, all of the stockholders' equity accounts are listed right here. Moving on to the income statement accounts. All operating revenue accounts will have 4-digit numbers beginning with the number 4. So as you can see, all of the operating revenue accounts are listed right here. All cost of merchandise accounts will have 4-digit numbers beginning with 5. So as you can see, all the cost of merchandise accounts are listed right here. All operating expense accounts will have 4-digit numbers beginning with 6. So as you can see, all of the operating expense accounts are listed right here and here as well. Moving on to the subsidiary ledger accounts. All accounts receivable ledger accounts will have 3-digit numbers beginning with 1. So as you can see, all of the accounts are listed right here. And all accounts payable ledger accounts will have 3-digit numbers beginning with 2. So as you can see, all of the accounts are listed right here. And it says the chart of accounts for Hobby Shack Incorporated are illustrated here for ready reference as you study Part 2 of this textbook. Okay, so that is pretty much a general overview of Part 2. In the next video, I will be going over Chapter 9 and also reading over the 9-1 text. Alright, hope to see you then!